What is up, guys? Sorry for the super long hiatus. I know I've tried posting on my my YouTube posts here and there, but I didn't really have a lot going on to showcase and stuff like that, and I've been very busy with work. But here I am. Today I'm showing you guys my custom Storm Arena. This is actually my very first Storm Arena custom of Ryo Sakazaki from Art of Fighting. He was also appeared in King of Fighters and Fatal Fury. Currently, it is Robert and City of the Wolves. But yeah, so I don't know too much about Ryo outside of KOF, aside from, basically his origin is he is like a Ryu clone, but he's not exactly like Ryu. He does things very slightly different from Ryu. The name, of course, kind of isn't very the greatest in terms of like keeping them apart, because it's just swapping out the O with the U. But anyways, I wanted to take a shot at making my first ever custom like Storm Arena figure, especially since I've never really worked with or done much work with like Storm figures. I did make a Doom guy, but he was very old and made with a very regretful body. Not saying the body, but I regret using the body since it's so rare now. But yeah, I made him. I will say that when it comes to this guy, I think the challenging part was painting, to be honest with you, because I basically use an Angelus leather paint, which basically it's meant to be twisted and bendable. I haven't had any like scratch issues on this part nor on this one, which is what I was looking for to prevent paint rub from on this specifically. And it worked out really well. A friend of mine, he told me about this paint. I forgot what it was called, but it was like probably like Wonder Toys or something, vinyl paint, which is another good alternative. I think it's a little more expensive, but it is very good to use. So I'm going to probably look into getting that as well. But yeah, I've had no problems with him. And it wasn't that hard to do, simply for the fact that, the body was already pink. And pink kind of blends well in terms of painting. It blends well with like orange and yellow. So you don't end up getting like, I've even painted this with the yellow of the Angelus, the hair. But yeah, I wanted to go for a younger, or kind of like in between with Ryo, because in King of Fighters 15, he's like way older, and then in 14 he's older, but also like looks younger. And then City of the Wolves, the current Fatal Fury, from what we've seen, he looks younger. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do something that's like just a Ryo I like, and I landed on this. I gave him additional bangs from the model, but I think he worked out really well. I will say that the challenging thing at first was to try and get paint away from the bicep here, but I'm probably gonna just take some like acetone or something and just dry that off when I get the chance, or rub it off when I get the chance. I think there's something on this side too. Yeah, but I've had nothing or no problems on the inside since I left it pink. And everything else here is completely fine. No problems at all. This I left alone because I don't bother with the pegs, since half the time you're not going to see them and stuff like that. But yeah, I've had no problems at all. I did do feet wraps, because I used cloth. I thought it would be a little cool touch, because I know there's an artwork I saw. I don't have a photo on me, but there's a photo that I decided to kind of base that off of, since it uses both like this hand style but with like black gloves. And I didn't paint these black because I kind of didn't want to. My main focus was painting the body with the Angelus orange, and I got the results I wanted. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna turn off this light because I feel like it's too bright. I started to tweak out, so that's not good, but it is what it is. All right. Anyways, so here's Rio. Sorry, here's Rio next to Dan, which is, you know, like I said in the Dan review, Dan was made as a insult to this character, but I really like him. And I also like Ryu too. I mean, for a time, people were like Ryu was a better, not a time, but you know, Ryu was a little bland until they started to adapt on him a lot more, to my opinion. Rio, he was a little funny. I liked his story. I like his story, and I like Ryu's, but it's a mixed bag between the two, in my opinion. Here he is next to the Storm Arena Baki, which Baki, of course, is tiny, but I'm happy to have him and stuff like that. Here he is next to the SHF Jin Kazama, which is not a bad scale. I think they do fit in pretty well with each other. I am actually making something that I will be showing down the road. Here he is next to probably one of my, like, oh, I knocked his glasses off. He's one of my favorites, even though, like, he's only appeared in just a few games of Street Fighter. Here he is next to Charlie, which I think they have a pretty good scale. Now, I wanted to show these off as a surprise, but I want to show them off because I think they're cool. And I will be reviewing these as well once I get the chance to. I'll probably be reviewing them sometime tomorrow, I think. Here he is next to the Marvel Legends Marvel Rivals Moon Knight. Moon Knight is much taller and stuff like that. And I can't lie, I play Rivals. I hate Rivals. Well, I don't like Rivals. It makes me mad, but I like the designs of the characters, especially Moon Knight. And I will be reviewing him along with the other characters I got. Here he is next to 52 Toys Ryu, who is just slightly smaller than him. But I think the scale is pretty good. I think the downside is just the head being so small in this guy, but we'll see. Or once I do my review on him, I'll continue to give my thoughts and opinions on that guy. And here he is next to 52 Toys Chun-Li, who, oddly enough, I feel like her head is a little better than Ryu's. But either way, this is my fourth Chun-Li figure. I like Chun-Li, not in the way most people assume it is. I think she's actually a pretty cool character and stuff like that. Here he is next to a Revoltech, my first Revoltech. I can't wait to review him. Ryu Hayabusa from Ninja Gaiden 3. I have so much to talk about with this guy. I can't wait to review him. And last but not least, here he is next to the Marvel Legends Marvel Rivals Venom. And he is a big boy. Very big. Very fun. But yeah, that's it for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I do apologize for the hiatus a little bit. Well, not a little bit. It's been 3 weeks. But I'm alive. I feel a lot better now. I just, like I said, been dealing with some stuff, but we're gonna get back on the ball. And I do have so much more to come, customs and stuff like that. I actually might make a follow-up video once I'm done recording to talk about it. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.